Hello, today we will be talking about Crossville. Crossville is a small town in Tennessee, in the United States, and the population was 10,795 in 2010. So let's continue with Crossville's history a little bit. Crossville suffered from looting a lot during the Civil War because Crossville had two roads. These were connecting Nashville and Knoxville, and people were losing these roads, and some people were looting people in Crossville. And during the World War II, Crossville had a Crossville prisoner of war camp and held German officers that were captured in Northern Africa during the World War II. So let's continue with the points of interest in Crossville. So Crossville has one big park. It is Cumberland Mountain State Park, and it is the place where you can go with your family or your friends, hang out there and see the animals such as like goose, ducks, squirrels, or spend time with your family there, do picnics. It has a huge picnic area, it has a huge lake, and it has a huge bridge. And the other place is Corn Maze. Corn Maze is the place where you can go during the Halloween. You go there with your family or friends again, spend time there, do the maze or do other activities. And the other place is the Cumberland Palace Theater. It's just Palace Theater, not Cumberland, sorry. The Palace Theater is the place where you can watch theaters. And it's an old place, it's still old, and you can see its picture. And let's continue with the Art Circle Public Library. It's a big library for a small town, in my opinion. It has 2 floors, and it is widely huge, and it has a lot of books. And I have a lot to talk about Grinder House. It isn't something special. They just make really good coffees, so I wanted to put it there. They have really good coffees. And let's continue with the foods. So Crossville has a lot of apple trees, and that's why apple pies are popular, and they taste much better than any other place in the United States for me. And cornbread is also popular, and you can find other southern foods such as mashed potatoes, sweet tea, or others fried chickens. And let me tell you my story and why did I go there. I went there as an early youth exchange student in 2018. I went to high school in Stone Memorial High School and made a lot of friends, explored new lives, partied a lot, hang out with my friends, saw other states such as New York, Washington DC, Boston, Kentucky, Florida. I even went to Disney World actually. It's a pretty cool place. And these are some reasons why I liked it there. And now you will be watching video from my third host father, McKinley Tabor. He's going to tell his opinion about Crossville and his history in Crossville.
My family has been in this area for over 10 generations. That's longer than the United States has been the United States. My family immigrated here from Europe back when this area was just a distant colony that belonged to England and was populated primarily by a tribe of Native Americans known as the Cherokee Indians. My family were woodworkers. They came to this part of the Appalachian Mountains because they wanted the hardwood trees that are abundant here, and they used those hardwood trees as raw materials to make cabinets and furniture that were part of their craft. When your family has lived in a place for so many generations, you feel very connected to the land and the people around you in a way that's hard to describe, but is a very real feeling inside of you. I am very fortunate in my life that I have had the opportunity to travel all over the world and have seen small cities and met wonderful people in many different cultures. And I've come to understand that we as humans have far more in common than we have different. Every place I've ever been, I've met people who love their families, who love their children, people that work hard, that are doing the best that they can do in the environment they are in, and universally, we all hope for a better future. But when I come back here to this place in the Appalachian Mountains of Tennessee, and I walk through the forests or along its streams, or sit and have a coffee in our city center, I feel very connected, and I feel very much like this is my home. And I love my home, and I want to share it with others because there is something very special about its views, its land, and the people who live here. Because the people here are quick to laugh, very forgiving of the faults of others, and extremely welcoming to those who want to visit or those who want to come here and plant their own roots to build a family for 10 generations into the future. So when I wake up in the mornings and I see the forests that brought my ancestors here, or I climb to the top of the mountains and look out at the distant horizons, or I see my neighbors, my fellow countrymen, who would bring a stranger into their home, give them comfort and welcome, that gives me a feeling of hope for the future. And that feeling is one of the most amazing things in the world.
Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.